Are you worried?
I'm afraid.
You are afraid of what?
The youth are putting pressures on us to find them ways. They sit down in Takoradi and know that there are rigs on the sea already occupied by people. And they have a lot of rig workers. Some of them work from Ivory Coast, Gabon. In my office, people come there. They tell me all these things. I know people who worked in Gabon, who worked in Nigeria rigs. I know those who worked in Ivory Coast. They've all come home. Takoradi is a seaman town. We have all these seamen. They are there. What is it new about roostabout in a rig? What is new about able seamen on the rig? How many engineers do you take? Only few engineers. The whole lot of them are the ordinary people.
Technicians.
That when you take them on board, my uncle was telling me that in Gabon he was just taken on board and then trained on board how to be a roostabout.
So you think the opportunities upstream actually for jobs?
There are more rigs coming, about 4 more rigs. You see, the people in Takoradi know about things in advance before they arrive. When you are talking about the seamen, this is where they come from before they came to Tema. My father was a seaman. So sea is not new to us. And if we are coming to do something on the sea, rely on us. Don't import. When you want to import, you will bring in 60. Come and take the 40 from us. 4 more rigs are coming. And those who are recruiting for rig people are recruiting from some other places to come and fill the gap there. Meanwhile, the little that people can do there, they are training themselves in how to be on the rig. And so people are desperate. They want to know what's going on, and no one is telling them. They all think that the oil is all the small thing that they are fighting for. And we are also telling them the thing is so very big. So let government pick people. Let's sit down and then let's manage expectations. Let's manage expectations by directing people about what to do, how to get involved. Businessmen, how do you get involved? There's the whole line of supply chain. What is it? We should be able to know what is it and then tell the people about it. We need about 3,000 welders. I've been calling for welders. Only few people are coming, which means that we have to train a whole lot of people so that the gas plant, people from this side can also be part of it. You see, we should make conscious efforts to develop the psyche and the mindset of the host community people. If you give them the backhand, it doesn't matter. It will matter one day.
Are you one of those people who thinks that there should be a special emphasis for people in those communities nearer to the operations than the rest of Ghana?
Completely. That's the beginning of Niger Delta's problems.
The beginning of Niger Delta's problems? What do you mean? That they did not concentrate on Niger Delta? What do you mean that's the beginning?
What I mean is that the problem started because the people nearer weren't taken care of.
That's the point. You are saying because they ignored the people who were nearest to the resource, that's what created the problem.
Yes.
Why? What did they do? You mean they take the revenue from there and use it in other parts of Nigeria?
Wow. I think you've said it. Let me give you a scenario. There was this time Sani Abacha wanted to perpetuate himself in power. So there was something called 1 million man march. Which means that they pick people from all over the country to go to Abuja, to go and then demonstrate that they want Sani Abacha to stay on and so on. Now, on TV, one of the leaders of the Niger Delta, I've forgotten the name, came on TV, was interviewed on TV and said, this is the first time I've been to Abuja. All the monies that is taken from our place is the one they use in building Abuja. And from that time, there have never been peace. From that pronouncement, they started agitating that, okay, give us some, because you picked the thing from here. No one was talking to them. They were as if they were insane. In fact, I was a journalist there, so I was going in everywhere, and I hear everything. If you see people working in Shell, Chevron, Ajib, call the rest, they are doing real good. Everybody is living so well. And they live right in the middle of these people they have neglected. They hire their houses and then post for them. Post for them.
Hire the houses, post for them.
Yeah. So, what do you think the normal human reaction is going to be? That how could you come all the way and then be all so good? And
so that's what you mean by here we should have a special focus for the coastal communities close to the thing.
Yes, and
Special
I
focus
think it's even a Western region affair. Now let me tell you why it's so. We have this revenue allocation that government is going to share to every district. Right. There must be a special allocation for development in Western region with emphasis on the host communities. There are so many things that are not there that should be, because civilization is coming to them. They are no longer in the bush. You have cleared the bush that they go and then get their subsistence farming.
Yeah, but they clear the bush for what? That's what I want to understand.
The emerging industry is going to bring in development like real estate.
Oh, I see. You're not talking about the oil. You're talking about all the associated. This whole thing about.
There's going to be massive development right now.
And they've started.
Speculators are going in for the lands, and it has become an issue. Somebody sits in Accra and then tell us that don't sell your land. Don't sell. Government should go and take all the land and then begin to demarcate them. Those chiefs, when they were inside the bush there, no one went to them to give them something to eat.
Now
all of a sudden, they are selling their land to
sell.
go and put in their pocket, and you sit in Accra and come down and discuss really with them what should we do so that it benefits everybody, Ghana and then the communities.
You know, last time we raised that, somebody like, why do you say that? Then maybe those who cocoa will also say will create a problem. But the natural resource in Ghana is for the whole country. You can't start saying that Western region people should get the oil or that sort of thing is dangerous.
We've heard it all, David. Listen, oil is a different ball game. We've seen what happened in the mines. Now today, everybody is digging everywhere around the mines and calling it galamsey. While the government calls it illegal mining, they say it's their source of livelihood.
Good point.
And this happened long after, about almost 100 years before we started having ordinary people also mining for themselves. Good. You don't mine them now. But 10 years, Ghana's own will be 5 years before the agitation will start. Nigeria's own was more than 20 years of sitting down and watching. Now, because of technology and everything, the information flow is all over the place. And if information is not well managed, they take it the other way. Those Nigerians were breaking pipes. The first time that I heard that people can break pipe and suck and go and sell, wow, and nothing happens, was a time that a Ghanaian was even involved. We saw him suddenly rich and we asked him, my friend Paul, how have
you become so rich?
He said, look, Ebo, what I'm doing, you won't have courage to do it. And he never disclosed it. But later on we found out that they drive tankers into the bush and then tap from the pipelines that is going.
They cut the pipeline?
They cut the pipelines and then they suck. And then fill tankers and then go and sell to filling stations and pocket the money, and no one sees anything else. Police, everybody is involved.
It's lawless.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the lawless started. And this one started almost 20 years ago, gradually, like that. So, you see, keep the communities comfortable. Train them, let them be part of what is going on. Then let there be a revenue allocation, a special revenue allocation. Call it even 1% of what comes out of the oil, minus what you give to the district assembly. That's political institutions. Create an institution like a commission. Let me put it, say, Western Region Development Commission, Oil and Gas Development Commission, anything. Call it a name. Then let this revenue come. Get managers. It was a complete office. And it came out of the noise making for a long time before they got it in Niger Delta. When things were about to spoil, before they instituted it. So don't let our own get spoiled before you institute it. Right from the onset, let it come to stay. Even if it is 1%, even if it's 0.5%. These people started with 3%. They were fighting up to 13% before I left the place.